Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pakt Travel Backpack, which is a collaboration between Pakt and Chase Reeves. And I was really excited when this bag was first announced, as Chase has been a big inspiration for me. I've always been a big fan of his videos, and I was very curious to see what sort of perspective he would bring to the design process with Pakt. And I was also a big fan of Pakt's original travel bag, the Pakt 1. We've looked at that on the channel. And so I've been using this one here for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a really great experience. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a great build quality. I really like the overall aesthetic that it has, and it also has a really interesting and useful organizational layout. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys, and I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This has a really modern and minimal appearance, and I really like that it's less techy looking than a lot of the other travel bags that we've checked out on the channel from companies such as Peak Design or Nomadic. This really just feels like it's going to blend in well into a ton of different environments, and I like that it's not going to stand out when you're walking around the city and you just want to blend in. This is going to make sure that you don't look super touristy. And then as far as the materials, the bag is made out of an rPET material that's composed out of recycled single-use plastics, and according to the site, this is meant to be as durable as nylon. And so far in my testing, this has felt super rugged. It really feels like it's gonna hold up well to rougher usage, and then it also has a really nice amount of weather resistance. And then on top of that, the bag also has some really nice wall-protected zippers all throughout. One thing about these zippers is that they're not YKK, but so far they felt very durable and they've opened and closed really smoothly. And then since this is a travel backpack, it's nice that you have the ability to lock this main zipper of the bag. This is what allows you to open the bag fully to access the main compartments and the laptop sleeve, so it's really nice to have that extra peace of mind here. One thing that would have been nice, however, is to have had that same ability to lock on some of the other externally facing pockets as well. And then continuing along the outside, I was really happy to see that the bag has an awesome external water bottle pocket. It has plenty of space. Currently what I have in here is the same 20-ounce insulated water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other travel bag videos, and that fit in there really comfortably, and I love how elastic this compartment is. It comes up a decent amount in case you happen to have a thicker water bottle, and it also has a very nice depth, so if you have something a little bit taller, it won't really tip out. And then a nice addition here with this compartment is that it also has these compression straps on the side that are going to be great for securing something a little bit taller, or even if you don't want to use the water bottle pocket, you can attach something like a tripod or a jacket on the side with these straps. And then a really nice thing about these straps that's similar to what we've seen with something like the Peak Design travel backpack is you can actually release these straps from the side, and then you have additional attachment points along the front if you prefer to use the straps like that, so that if you want to attach something like a yoga mat, it doesn't stick off awkwardly to the sides and keeps the bag a little bit better balanced. So just really nice flexibility there in providing some additional attachment points for carrying larger items. And then on the top, bottom, and other side of the bag, you have some really nice handles that are going to allow you to pick the bag up and easily load it into an overhead storage compartment, or to carry the bag like a briefcase when you don't want to wear it on your back. And I really love the material used on these handles. It's a really thick kind of seatbelt like material, and it's very comfortable to hold. And then I really like these dual handles here on the side that are going to make it really easy to pick the bag up and move it around when you have it open like a suitcase. Jumping into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 30 liters, which is a pretty good one bag travel size. I was actually a little bit surprised when I first saw the bag that it was only 30 liters. It just looked a little bit bigger, and it's actually pretty wide and tall. But based on the items that I was able to fit in here, I'd say 30 liters is a pretty good representation of its size, and I was comfortably able to fit the items that I normally like to take with me on about a 1-week trip. And then I really like that when the bag is a little bit more packed out, it maintains a pretty slim silhouette, making it easy to navigate crowded areas or jump onto public transit. And then a nice thing about a size like this is that it's also going to be very carry-on friendly for both domestic and international airlines. Continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice thick padding. It's pretty rigid, so it feels like it's going to have a little bit of a break-in period. And then on the inside, I wish that it had a slightly more breathable material. It's not really a mesh or anything like that, but it's still really comfortable. And then the straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. And then at the top, the straps also have these load lifters to allow you to adjust how the bag sits on your back. And then they also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. And I really like how the sternum strap has been implemented here. It has clips on both straps to allow you to use this ambidextrously, or to allow you to easily remove the sternum strap if you don't want to use it. So this is definitely a unique system and something I'd like to see in more bags going forward. And then at the bottom, the bag also has a removable waist belt to help add some additional support when the bag is a little bit more packed out. And I like that this waist belt is fully removable when you don't want to use it. And the implementation here is really nice. The flaps themselves are a little bit thicker and they have a nice amount of padding to help add some comfort. And then because it actually integrates into the back of the bag, it helps distribute the weight very effectively. And then it's really nice that you can fully remove this as opposed to tucking the straps away. And a nice bonus with this waist belt is that it actually doubles as an additional fanny pack or sling bag. And so on the back, it has these little snap buttons here that allow you to add some additional capacity to this pouch. And then it has this zippered opening here. And on the inside, it's just a very simple pouch. It just has one large main area and then a magnetic divider here that allows you to add some separation, just really simple. But I love that it offers enough space for you to carry the essentials that you'll need with you on your day-to-day. So you could probably toss in a phone, a small camera, your wallet, and then you can wear this. So it's nice that you almost get two bags in one, and that it's so well integrated so that when you're traveling, you don't have to pack an additional smaller bag. While we're in this area, a few additional notes I had about the straps. First off, I like the use of these keepers here to help the bag keep a cleaner look. And then if you want to, you can actually tuck the straps away to make the bag easier to check, or if you want to place it into an overhead storage area. And the system used here is very unique. It has these durable Duraflex buckles, and you can actually lift this up and that releases the strap, and then you could place it through this opening. So just a very quick and simple system, and then you can go ahead and tuck the strap into this sleeve at the top. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. It has the same kind of foam padding that we saw on the straps, and it feels really nice. At the bottom, it has some extra padding to provide some additional comfort in the lower back area. And then there's also some air channels here to provide airflow while you're walking around throughout the day. And although there is some elevation, I would have liked to have seen the air channels to be a little bit deeper to help prevent moisture from building up on your back, as this bag can get a little bit heavier. And then while we're on the back paneling, a few additional features that are included here. First up, you have this nice luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest the bag on a suitcase when you're walking around the airport to save some weight on your back. And then underneath that, you have this additional zippered compartment here. And this is something that's unique to Pakt's bags. They have this sort of mesh pouch that comes out that has this nice red line here, which is a great spot to toss in all those little items that you normally have in your pockets, such as a phone, a watch, or maybe a wallet, while you're going through the TSA line instead of placing it into a plastic bin. This allows you to see what's in that compartment, and then because it's attached to the bag, you're less likely to leave it behind. Now, normally I haven't used this sort of a pouch too much. I like to toss my items into a travel jacket or even into some of the quick access compartments that we'll see in a little bit. But this is still a nice additional unique feature, and then you can just tuck it away when you don't want to use it. And then the last thing I'll mention while we're on the back is that there's also this really hidden compartment near the top where you tuck the straps away. It's almost hard to even open this compartment up, which is going to help add some additional security for placing anything more sensitive. So currently what I have in here is just a Field Notes notebook, but this is going to be a great spot to put something like a passport or some extra cash. Jumping into the organizational options, this is an area where I think the bag really shines. I love all the different pockets that have been provided here, and they're all really useful. And so the first one we're going to take a look at is at the top. There is a quick access area that has a ton of space. I was really impressed with how much volume is offered in this compartment. It's great for holding bulkier items that you need to get to quickly. So what I was able to toss in here is my Beats Studio wireless headphones. And then next to that, I just have a larger kind of worldwide travel adapter that I normally have trouble squeezing into slimmer bags. So really love how much volume is offered here. And then a unique thing about this pocket is that it's also waterproof, so it prevents anything wet from getting into the rest of the bag. So if you're out and about and you have maybe a bathing suit or some gym clothes that get a little bit wetter and you want to keep them separate from everything else, this is going to be a great spot to keep them. Next up, you have an admin area that has some nice internal organization, and this compartment also has a nice amount of space. It's pretty deep. It goes about to the top of this next compartment that we'll take a look at in a second. And so opening this up, it also comes up a decent amount. So I really like how much volume each of these outer compartments provides. And so jumping into what I currently have here, the first thing I have is a full-size moleskin notebook. And then I also have my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And then down near the bottom, I also just threw in a simple deck of playing cards that I like to have with me while traveling. And so on the inside, you can see that it has a lighter inner lining to make it easy to see everything that's on the inside. And then I like that down near the bottom, it just kind of has this pouch here where you could just toss in a dop kit or other type of pouch if you want to be able to get to that quickly, or maybe a pair of gloves if you're traveling somewhere colder. So a nice amount of flexibility there. And then at the top, you have some additional organizational options. First up, you have this larger slip pocket here where I just tossed in my Kindle e-reader, but this is going to be a great spot to maybe put something like the notebook that I had, or maybe a phone. And then you also have this mesh zippered compartment here that's going to offer a little bit more space for any of those accessories that you won't want floating around the compartment. So currently what I have here is my Apple Magic Mouse, and then I also have a simple nail clipper. Next to the zipper compartment, you have a small slot that's going to be great for holding something like a pen or a stylus, which is what I currently have here. And then on the other side, you also have a lanyard that has a clip where you can attach something like your keys or a multi-tool. And I really like the clip here. It's interesting. I hadn't really seen anything like this before. You can just kind of pull a key ring in and out and it securely holds it. So just a really nice variety of options for keeping all of your smaller items easy to access and find while you're running around throughout the day. And then down near the bottom, you have one additional quick access pocket, and I really like how this has this flap that comes over the zipper to help add some additional protection. So opening this compartment up, this also has an impressive amount of space. I was actually surprised with how much I was able to fit in this compartment, given that some of these front compartments on bags are usually pretty slim. This had plenty of volume. So jumping in, what I currently have here is my Bellroy Classic pouch, which has some of my smaller tech accessories. And then on the inside of this compartment, I also have my GoPro Hero 3 Plus. And then down near the bottom, I have my Bluepart portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then the last thing that I have in here at the moment is a simple lightning cable to charge my tablet and my phone. So that was a lot of bulkier items in this area. No sort of internal organization or fleece lining, but just a really nice large amount of space to be able to easily access some of the bulkier items that you normally need to carry with you. And then the last area that we're going to take a look at is the main compartment, which has a full suitcase style opening. But before jumping into that, one thing that I want to call out is that the bag does have the ability to access that main area from the outside without having to open the whole thing up. So on the back, it has this zipper here that gives access to the back of the main area. So if you have something at the top that you want to grab quickly, like a sweater, which is what I currently have here, you can just reach in and grab it very easily. And then you also have the zipper that opens up from the top, and you're able to actually reach in and grab something like your laptop very easily while going through TSA. With that being said, opening the full suitcase style compartment up, you have two separate sides to the bag so that you can just segment everything out. Very similar to what we saw with Pakt's original travel bag. So I really like the separation of all the items throughout the main area. So starting off with this side here, the first thing that I'll call out is that you have a laptop compartment that has a nice amount of padding, and the laptop sleeve is actually suspended off the bottom of the ground, which is always really nice to see to help add some additional peace of mind. And so it has this zippered opening here that you can access from the top, and this is able to hold up to a 15-inch laptop. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro. I think a 17-inch would be just a little bit too big, but a 15-incher should definitely be able to fit in there. And the compartment itself offers a nice amount of padding. I really like this material that's used here, same as there was in the original Pakt bag. You have that same material on the inside that's kind of cushioned to help add some additional protection for your device. And then an interesting thing about Pakt's bags is that the laptop compartment is kind of in the middle of the bag. So it's pulled away from the back a little bit, which isn't always my favorite. I like the weight of the laptop to be closer to my back. But the benefit with this system here is that it's actually protected in between all of your stuff. So if you have a lot of clothes on the front and then a lot of clothes on the back, it kind of just nuzzles the laptop to help add some additional padding if it happens to get dropped or something like that. And then taking a closer look at the inside of the compartment, it comes up a decent amount, but one thing that I noticed with this sleeve is that depending on how much you fill up each side of the main area, it can be really hard to start to squeeze your laptop in. So if you have a thicker device and you have the bag really packed out, it'll be hard to get it all the way inside, and I'd be a little bit worried about the screen potentially getting damaged if you keep it that way for a longer period of time. Moving into the main area behind the laptop sleeve, you can open this up. I like that this actually keeps everything separated and kind of compressed down. And so in this area, I have a few pairs of shoes. I have this flatter pair of sneakers here, and then a pair of Toms that I like to take with me on every trip. And then I also have my Air Dop kit. And then next to that, I have my Matador Nano Dry Shower Towel. And then up near the top, as I showed a little bit earlier, I have a sweatshirt. This is actually the Pack Hacker and Woolen Print sweatshirt that actually rolls up into a really small shape like this. I'm gonna be doing a full in-depth review on this in the future, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. And then on the inside, you can see that it has a really simple layout here, no sort of compression straps or anything like that. On the sides, you have these little elastic compartments that are gonna be great for holding smaller accessories, or if you have maybe some socks and underwear that you wanna toss in here, or maybe a charger that you wanna be able to reach in through the top and grab, it's gonna make it very easy to do so. And so a really simple and effective organizational layout here that's gonna work well with packing cubes. One thing that I will note, however, is that the compartment is a little bit more shallow than I would have expected for a travel bag like this. So if we have a thicker packing cube, it may cause some bulging with the laptop sleeve. And then moving on to the other side, the first thing I'll call out is this mesh zippered pocket here. That's gonna be a great spot for storing something like a laundry bag or just some thinner accessories that you don't need to get to as quickly during the day. I didn't place anything in here just because I didn't want to create any bulging that might press up against the laptop compartment. And then moving into this larger area itself, you have this zippered mesh flap that kind of keeps everything in place, but it's nice that it's actually mesh so that you can see into the compartment and then just provide some additional breathability. And then opening this up in this area, I currently just have a larger double-sided and compressible packing cube. And so that fit in there really comfortably. And I like that this area is a little bit deeper and larger than the other side of the bag. So I wish they both would have been about the same size to allow me to travel for just a little bit longer to be able to squeeze in some extra stuff. But besides that, I really like the simple layout here. Again, no compression straps. And then at the top, you just have a small zippered pocket that's gonna be great for holding some smaller accessories or maybe some medicine or some toiletries. And this is actually sharing volume with the quick access pocket that we saw on the outside. So when this pocket is completely full, it's gonna take up a decent amount of space from this main area. However, it does have this Velcro that you can release. So if you don't use that pocket as much and you prefer to have some extra volume in this main compartment to maybe place some extra clothes or a pair of shoes up near the top, it's really nice that you have the flexibility to do so. So overall, just a really nice layout in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. And I love how much flexibility and comfort is offered. So if you're looking for a durable and stylish travel bag that's gonna offer a ton of nice organizational options, then this is gonna be a great bag to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the Pakt Travel Backpack over the past couple of weeks. The bag has been very comfortable to wear, it has a great build quality, I really like its organizational layout, and it just has a really cool overall aesthetic. And so you can currently purchase this on Pakt's website starting at around $295, which is definitely a bit of an investment, but considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer, and also the fact that it's built with a little bit more earth-friendly materials and practices, it may be worth the additional cost. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of was the Air Travel Pack 2, which is still kind of my favorite all-around travel backpack. It has a really nice, versatile 33-liter size. I'm usually able to travel with that for a few weeks at a time, and I've never had any issues going onto international airlines. I also love the weather-resistant materials that offers and the sleek, modern aesthetic. That one also has a little bit of a different packing layout, so it's more a clamshell style bag as opposed to this one that opens up a little bit more like a suitcase. So if that's a little bit more your style and you're looking for a bag that's just gonna offer a ton of versatility and it's gonna be a little bit less than this, and that's gonna be a great option to check out. If you have a little bit of a tighter budget, another bag this made me think of is the Osprey Farpoint 40, which is just a really solid travel bag. It has one of the best harness systems that I've tested out. It comes in at a little bit of a higher capacity than this, so it can really hold a ton of stuff. And that one's not gonna have the same sleek and minimal look as this. It actually looks a little bit more technical. It has a lot of straps and pockets, but it's just a really solid bag. It comes in at under $200, and if you're looking for something comfortable that's gonna work well for many different trips, then that's gonna be a great option to check out. And then the last bag that I'll mention here is the Pakt travel bag, which I mentioned a few times during the video. And I was really impressed when I tested that bag out. That's more of a duffel style carry, so I normally prefer backpacks, but because of the organization and style that that bag had, I really enjoyed using it, and it also had some extra space. It just felt like I was able to carry a little bit more than I was able to fit into this bag here. And then also with the duffel style carry, you have some additional kind of advantages of being able to sneak it into a smaller overhead storage compartment. So if you like traveling with that style of bag a little bit more, but you want something that's gonna have the same build quality and aesthetic as this bag here, then that's gonna be a great option to check out as well. With that being said, the Pakt Travel Backpack holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a stylish and durable travel bag that's gonna offer plenty of comfort and an awesome organizational layout, then this is gonna be a great option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Pakt Travel Backpack, and also what your dream collaboration between a YouTuber or other content creator and bag company would be. And if there are any similar options that you think I should feature on the channel, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you guys found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much.